If you have kids or you hang around kids, one of the things you'll realize is kids are eager to try and be just like you. When they see you do different things, they'll try and do those things. When they see you act certain ways, they'll try and act certain ways. Kids want to do things that you do that you don't even want to do. Like they pretend to go to work because they see you go to work. It's crazy. And I have a couple kids, and one of them, when they were like 2 or 3 years old, would say things that they heard me say all the time, or they would try and they wouldn't always get it right. It was often funny, cute, to hear a little kid say things that they think their parent had said. But one day, I heard my 3-year-old say something that I said often that wasn't a swear word, but wasn't really a word you wanted to have your 3-year-old saying around other people, or really even around you. What really I saw was that they were learning to act like me, to behave like I behaved, and so I had to adjust my behavior so that my kids didn't turn out like me. Jesus says in Matthew 28 that we should go and make disciples of all nations. And so often that makes us think that we should become missionaries. And if we don't feel called to be missionaries or pastors or in professional ministry, that's probably for someone else. And so we kind of opt out on that command of Jesus. But what he says, go and make disciples of all nations or all people. And then he says this, he says, teach them to obey all that I have commanded you to obey or to do, right? And one of the things about something like discipleship or making disciples is we think this has got to be really hard. Like, how would I ever teach someone to obey all that Jesus taught me or taught the disciples? But when you think back to how kids watch you and then try and be like you, what if the way you opted in on making disciples was by obeying Jesus? Like, as you obeyed and other people watch you obey, they learn to obey. That's really what it is. It's like raising a kid in the way they should go. You show or teach people how to obey as you obey. Now, the key is you got to opt in on this. Like, you have to think, I'm trying to make disciples, right? My desire is to help those who are watching me learn to obey by obeying Jesus myself. It may also mean you need to opt in on obeying Jesus for yourself in your own life. So this year, as you're thinking about your life and the impact that you're making, think about 2 things. Who am I going to opt in on making a disciple, reproducing what Jesus is doing in me in their life? And 2, what does Jesus want to do in me? And as you opt in, start to watch how maybe what you're doing and how you're living is impacting the people watching how you live and what you do.